Suing her neighbor, 43-year-old cafeteria worker Deborah Jones, for an assault. Deborah says after an argument over a parking space, Juanita sprayed her with mace.
Order. All rise. Yeah, it's case number 115 on the calendar in the matter of Taylor versus Jones. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
It is clear that you two ladies are neighbors from the complaint and answer that I've read, and it is your claim, Ms. Taylor, that the defendant assaulted you over the way your car was parked. She says that she was defending herself after you sprayed her with mace. So I'd like you to explain to me what kind of housing complex you live in.
It's an apartment housing complex, low income. Here's some pictures of my...
I want to see where the cars are parked, because this
is how the cars were exactly.
Let me see, please.
My car is back here. This is hers, and this is her boyfriend's.
Okay, let me see. Okay, yours is the blue car.
Yes.
And when was this picture taken?
That was like a month after. That was on the 12th, May 12th.
But it's not the date of the incident?
No, ma'am.
Now, according to your complaint, the defendant, who I assume you've had difficulty with before, came to your house one morning and asked you to move your car because your car was parked so close to her car she couldn't get her car out.
Yeah.
And what time did she come to the house?
Around 9 o'clock in the morning, banging at my door.
And what did she say when she came to your door?
When I came to the door, she was hollering about me moving my car so she can get out, or whatever the case was. And
no, not whatever the case was. Moving your car so that she could get her car out.
So she could get out, yes.
Okay.
She was hollering.
Now, when had you parked your car?
When? The night before that, when I got in.
Was her car there?
Yes.
How close did you park your car to her car?
About that close. I had to parallel park.
Well, this shows that there's plenty of space for her to get out.
Like you said,
Were you on her bumper? Were you on her bumper?
No.
Was she on your bumper?
Yes, she was.
Of course you were on her bumper, otherwise she wouldn't have come to your house. She was trying to get to work.
Okay.
Why would she come to your house if you weren't on her bumper? Right? Come on. You have to use common sense, Miss Taylor.
Okay.
Okay? And the fact that you didn't want to move your car, or that you've been having difficulty with her, nobody takes the time to go to your house in the morning and say, move your car, get angry, unless there's a reason that you can't move a car.
May I say something, ma'am?
Yeah.
I went to get my keys to move my car.
Just a minute. She comes to the door, move your car, and you said what to her?
I have to go and I didn't say anything. I was going upstairs. Okay, I was going upstairs, and I'm getting my keys.
Did you say anything to her?
I said okay, and went upstairs to get my keys.
Okay, go ahead.
My mace is on my keys. I went to get my keys, and I looked outside, and I heard when I was going upstairs, I heard her say she was going to hit my car. I looked outside, and I see she was doing a U-turn to get up on my bumper. I called the police, told them. She said she's going to move my car.
Just a second. She was doing a U-turn?
Yes, because her boyfriend pulled his car out by that time. I told the police, and it's in my police report, she said she's going to hit my car, quote. When I was saying that, she went around, made a U-turn, and she hit my car. I told her she just hit my car, I'm going out there. I went out there to make sure it wasn't any damages. It wasn't no damages. She was hollering, we were arguing. It was cold outside. I told her, I'm not going to be out here arguing with you. It's cold. I have on my night clothes. I'm sleepy. I'm just going to pay you dust. She was still arguing, following me up to my door, which is around the corner, and hers is right here. She's following me up to my door. She's still arguing and hollering or whatever.
What was she saying to you?
Telling me I'm getting on her nerves because wait a minute. Well, you got the picture. She always parked by that pole. When I park by that pole, I don't know, she don't like it because that's her, quote unquote, that's her spot. That's her pole. She has said it before. That is her pole. So when I park by that pole, I just get on her nerves when I do that. When I park on the street, because I usually park in the parking lot, she just get on my nerves. I park in the parking lot in the wintertime and park on the street in the summertime. I just get on her nerves. So I guess that just ticked her off.
Go ahead.
She came up on my porch. She was calling me B's and H's or whatever the case. So I called her too. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. You've been wanting me to sit out here and argue with her since 3 years that I've been living there. She wanted me to go out there and argue with her, and I never did. I paid her dust. Didn't even speak to her too many times. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna even go through with this. I'm going back to bed. It's cold. I gotta go to work. she come up to me and she swing on me. So I have my mace in my hand anyway, so I spray her with mace. She grabbed my coat.
Just a second. You said she swung on you. Exactly what did she do?
Well, in other words, she hit me with a closed fist. She swung her
Where?
closed. When she came up, when I was going in the house.
Where on your body did she hit you with a closed
In my face, right here.
Okay. So what did you do?
I sprayed her with mace. While I was spraying her with mace, I don't know if her boyfriend was trying to grab her or whatever, but he was right there on the porch as well. And there was a stick around in the vicinity or whatever. She threw my coat on the ground, and I go to pick up my coat. She picked up the stick. She tried to hit me in my face with the stick. I blocked it with my hand and grabbed it with this hand. Then her boyfriend grabbed me and just like turned me around, and I went in the house.
Did she hit you with the stick?
Yes.
Where?
On my hand. She hit my hand.
Did you have any injuries?
Yes.
What were your injuries?
My finger was broke. I couldn't work for like 2 months.
Let me see the report.
That's the report and the medical bills. Here's my x-rays.
And now I need the police report.
You only need the police?
And now I need the police
Okay.
report.
That's my police report.
Good.
Police report. X-rays.
Okay, now I'll hear your version of the story.
Hi. Okay, Your Honor, what happened was that morning I had just got up to get ready to go to work. So I was sitting up watching my gospel like I usually do on Sunday mornings. So I looked out the window and I seen her car on my bumper. Now, we've been feuding for 2 years. Okay, I have a 7-year-old son that I have to get up every morning at 6:30 and send him to school. She don't have any kids. She plays her TV all night long. She have a dog that barks all night long. Every time when I go to her door and try to talk to her and I say, could you please turn your TV down? She turns it up even louder.
So you haven't been getting along. You looked outside the window.
Okay, I looked
March
outside.
25th and you saw her
Right,
car
I
on your
looked
bumper.
outside. I seen her car was on my bumper. So I said, by her being the way she is, when I go try to talk to her, I said, I'm not going there with Juanita today. So what happened was I sat there, and then I looked at my watch, and I seen it was getting close time for me to go to work. So I went around there, and I knocked at her door. I said, could you move your car off my bumper? She said, I ain't moving. And that's when she slammed the door in my face and went on upstairs. Okay, I left from her door. So then I went on in the house thinking maybe she'd come and move the car. I sat there for a while. She never came to move it. So then what I did, I went back around to her house. I knocked at her door again. That's when she came outside. She sprayed me. Okay, me and her, we passed words. She sprayed me with mace first before I even attempt to do anything to her.
It's not what you say in your complaint, in
Your
your
Honor.
answer.
She sprayed me.
No. Pay attention.
Okay.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Juanita Taylor says neighbor Deborah Jones assaulted her. Deborah says Juanita sprayed her with mace.
It's not what you say in your answer, Miss Jones. You just testified that you went to her house once, and then you went back to your house and waited to see if she would move the car. You went back to her house again. She opened the door and sprayed you with mace.
Right.
Is that what you just told me?
That's right.
Well, I'm going to read to you what you wrote in your answer. She refused to move her car and we started arguing. I walked away from her. Then she followed me around the building. The next thing I knew, she sprayed my eyes with mace. That's what you wrote in your answer. That's different from what you just told me.
Well, what happened, Your Honor, I left her house. When we got into a fight, that's when she followed me around the building. What I meant to say is, after she maced me, she followed me around the building.
No.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is she opened the door.
She opened the door.
She sprayed you with mace.
Yes, she did.
And you just walked away.
In my nightgown.
Wait a minute.
Quiet. And you just walked away.
Okay, what happened, Your Honor? When she sprayed me and her got to tussling, and I pulled her around the building, trying to defend myself. That's what happened.
Where'd you get the stick from?
Huh?
Where'd you get the stick
It was
from?
on the ground. She was macing me. I was defending myself to keep her from hurting me.
Why didn't you have your boyfriend move his car?
What happened was he tried to move his car, Your Honor, but what happened, his battery had went down on
But he
his
got his
car.
battery fixed.
Huh?
Somehow it got fixed because he did move his car.
You know how it got fixed?
I'm
Okay.
asking you a question. Somehow it got fixed because he moved his car.
What he did was, once she moved her car, he went and bought some cables. And he
When
went...
did she move her car?
What'd you say?
When did she move her car?
She moved her car after the policemen got there.
That's true. I was telling them she was on my bumper, and I was giving them a small version of the story. They told me to go on and move my car up. I went back outside with my nightgown on when I saw the police coming. The only thing she said was true, was that I did move my car up and the stick was on the ground.
Where did you buy the mace?
Kmart. We need a license. We can't have pepper spray up into a certain degree. I've looked into all of this.
You bought it at Kmart?
Yes.
But when I'm
Look at it.
Your Honor, she
not
makes me
nothing.
first. If
Look
she
at it.
would have moved
Here are
her
my keys
car
right here.
like I asked her to, would none of this would have even started.
There's no question in my mind. Listen to me, Miss Jones. There isn't a question in my mind that Miss Taylor pulled her car up on your bumper. Two of you have been feuding for a long time. You went to her house in the morning. You were angry. There also isn't a question in my mind, Miss Taylor, that you answered her when she said, move your car, and she didn't say it in a very nice way, would you please move your car? But you also said to her, I'm not moving anything. The only reason you went outside was because she threatened to hit your car. You watched her. You saw that she did, in fact, hit your car, even though it was no damage, so you went outside. You should have moved your car.
May I say something before
Yeah,
you go back?
sure.
We have had problems constantly.
What are the problems, Miss Taylor?
My TV being up too loud, my music being on when I'm not even home. Again, I work third shift. She would say I play my music late.
Is it possible, Miss Taylor, that you're playing your television too loud? I just want you to think carefully. Is it possible?
Ma'am, I work third shift.
I didn't ask
No,
you.
it's not.
Has she asked you to turn it down?
She's asked me to turn everything down.
Okay. Is it possible that she hears these things through the walls of the apartment?
Your Honor, we've had conversations through the wall. She's complained about my water. She's complained about my bath water running too
Not
loud.
me.
I come home when I'm not working the
me,
full
Your
shift.
Honor.
I come home 3 o'clock in the morning running bath
Not
water.
me.
I hear her over there cussing and fussing. She's too loud over there. I'm coming home running a bath water.
You know
she
what-
has sent
Okay.
police over to my house when I have not even been there. He has been there for just silly reasons. He would tell me the police just left. Well, what are you doing? I just got in and they're asking for the lease owner.
You think she's got nothing better to do?
I don't think so because she's heard conversations. She has heard a conversation going on between me and my best friend. And now we cuss to each other and I be on the phone. My windows will be open or whatever. And we talk about each other. She has sat there. A neighbor came to me and told me, well, number one, how do I
Don't
know
tell
that
me
you...
what it- don't
Okay,
tell me
well,
what a
they
neighbor
have
tells
come
you.
to me and told me things that I've said on the phone. Put
Miss
it like
Taylor?
that.
Okay. Let's start on the 24th of March. The 24th of March, you did a very foolish thing. Knowing that you had and that you were in a rather acrimonious relationship with your neighbor, you exacerbated that situation by pulling your car right up to the bumper of her car. There's no question in my mind that you did that.
Okay.
Because despite the fact that she may be angry, she's on her way to work. She's not going to take the time to go out, come up to you, start an argument, if she could get her car out without doing that. So she came up to your house. I'm speaking now. Okay. So you did a foolish thing because the two of you really don't like each other. And you don't really like each other, then what you're supposed to do is stay as far away as possible. And that may mean even parking your car someplace else, but certainly not parking your car right up on her bumper, which makes everybody very angry. Doesn't that
If
make
I
you
may,
angry?
if-
I'm speaking.
Okay.
Doesn't it make you angry when somebody parks up on your bumper?
Yeah.
It makes me really angry if somebody parks up on my bumper and I can't get out. Number two, I also believe that you had absolutely no intention of moving your car at the time that she came screaming at your door at 9 o'clock in the morning to move your car because you don't like her and you figured let her sweat for a while. And the only reason you went outside was because you heard her say she was going to hit your car. Now, There is never a way that I am going to be able to tell who sprayed who with mace first and who hit who with a stick first. Certainly.
Your Honor, she hit me with a closed fist first.
She
Then
sprayed me
this is
first.
how it went.
David is
She
the
hit me with a
witness.
closed. If she hit
He
me with
was
a,
there.
if
Were
I
you there,
sprayed her,
David?
then
Yes,
how
ma'am.
did she hit?
Step up, please.
It was just me, her, and David.
How you doing,
I don't
Your
know
Honor?
who he
Just
is.
a second.
He wasn't
I
there,
don't want to
Your
hear
Honor.
anything.
No,
I don't
he
wanna-
was not there.
Quiet.
Okay.
You were there.
Yes, ma'am, I was there.
Okay. How long have you been living in this apartment?
Oh, I don't live there.
You were just there that night.
Yes. The battery in my car had went down, so I left my car there. I came back over the next morning and asked Deborah, could she give me a jump? She didn't have no cables. So what it was, I pushed my car back. She never did come out to move her car, period. I pushed my car back, took her car, went up to the power store and got some jumper cables. Came back, her car was still in the same place. I pulled, by me pushing my car
I
back.
just want to hear what
If I
happened.
didn't
What,
put-
if anything, that you saw involving
saw-
these two? Now, look at me. I want you to tell me what you saw. Make sure, sir, that you tell me only what you saw.
Okay. When she knocked on the door, she come down, and when she come down, she had some keys in her hand. Then we standing out on the porch. They're arguing. Next thing I know, I see her do this. And that's when they started fighting.
Your
I
Honor,
broke the fight up.
if I may, if it was a big deal when she went out and looked at the car, she could have sent the police over to my house like she did all those other nights.
No, I
Of
didn't
calling.
call.
No, You could have
speak
called
to
the police.
Don't speak to each other. Sit
Your
down.
Honor,
Sit
she
down.
could have called the police
I think
and
that you
told
both
her.
behaved. I
told
think that
them.
you both behaved badly. I think what you should have done, Miss Jones, is call the police.
Yeah.
That's what you should have done. I believe that you were both injured. The fact that you had a graver injury than she did, which was you had a broken finger as a result of being hit with a stick. She did not hit you with that stick until after you maced her, which are the injuries that you are complaining about. Now, you could have taken care of the situation before it even started by
No, I
not
could
doing.
not.
You're
There was no
interrupting.
way.
You're
I'm
interrupting
sorry.
me. Oh no, you could have taken care of the situation before it even started by not parking in a situation where you knew you were going to exacerbate an already hostile relationship with the defendant. You chose the night before when you parked to park, and you said to me her car was parked there. It wasn't as if her car came in after your car was parked. Her car was parked there. You chose to park your car in such a way that she could not get out. Now, the fact that she came to your door the next morning, she may have asked you to move your car. I believe that you had no intention of moving your car. You were angry with her, you were annoyed at her, and you didn't like her attitude.
Your Honor, her
I'm
car is-
speaking. Now, there was a mutual assault. You just got hurt worse. Your case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Come on.
She's petty, have no life.
She don't have a life.
She feels that everyone should live their life like she does. I'm young, I'm still vital.
If you had a life, you wouldn't always be trying to start something with me.
She's old, decrepit, and have nothing else better to do.
She need to get her own man.
Always bet on ugly, they always win.
Instead of her
24-year-old sales consultant Stephanie Wishner is suing 23-year-old medical assistant Marlena Colazzo for assaulting her outside a bar. Marlena says Stephanie instigated the fight by getting in her face.
Order. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 131 on the calendar in the matter of Wishner versus Colazzo. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Ms. Wishner, your claim is that the defendant assaulted you in a bar. You claim that she assaulted you both inside of the bar and outside of the bar later in the parking lot. Did you know her before this evening?
No, ma'am.
You had never known her before December 13th?
Yes.
Never spoken to her before?
Never.
Okay. So why don't you tell me about at least your version of what happened that evening?
Several friends of mine, we all decided that we would meet at a local bar, then go bowling, and then go back to the bar afterwards. So we all met, and that's where I was introduced to Marlena by a friend of mine.
Who's Marlena? That's you. Ms. Colazzo.
Yes. And we then went bowling.
Who went bowling?
Mike, myself, two friends, Marlena.
So she went bowling with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I never really carried on a conversation with her because I didn't know her. Then after bowling, several hours later, we then went back to the bar to just hang out, have a couple drinks, and just socialize. And that's when Michael had asked me that Kristen was coming down.
Another girl was coming?
Yes. And he had said that she liked him. He asked me if I would go along and say that I was his girlfriend. I said, that's fine. Marlena was on the other side of the bar, sitting with Kristen. They were carrying on a conversation.
So Marlena, Ms. Collazo, was sitting at the other side of the bar with this girl who had a crush on
Michael.
Michael.
Yes.
Okay. Gotta get me a scorecard here.
Michael and I were standing there talking, and before I knew it, Marlena had come up behind me, grabbed the back of my hair, and yanked my head back, and began to yell at me and call me a liar and said that I had lied to her. And
Lied to?
I had lied to her. She
Okay.
said that I lied to her or lied to Kristen. Michael had asked her to leave, so she had left the bar. From there, Kristen came up to me. She's like, I'm really sorry. She's like, we were just standing there having a conversation. She's like, Marlena was supposed to come up and confront you and Michael about the situation, if you were lying or not. She's like, I never expected her to pull your hair.
So Ms. Collazo left because Michael told her to leave?
Yes.
And she left the bar?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to know why she had pulled my hair. I went outside. I was standing there on the edge of the sidewalk. Her car door was open. She was getting into the car whenever I had asked her why she'd pulled my hair.
How far away from you was she when you asked her that question?
I don't know.
Point to something in this room.
She was probably like where the flag is behind you, the navy blue flag on the right-hand side.
Okay, so pretty far away.
There was a pretty good distance between us.
Okay.
I didn't leave the sidewalk. I stood there and figured that I would carry on
So
the
you
conversation.
shouted to her, why did you
Yes.
pull my hair?
Exactly. I just wanted to know. I didn't care.
Why did you pull my hair? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Go ahead.
From there, she had shut the car door and began yelling at me. I guess she felt threatened that
Don't tell me what she felt. She shut the car door and started to yell at you. What did she say?
She just called me a liar and said that I lied to her about the whole situation when I didn't lie to her. I lied, to Kristen. And she approached me.
So she left the car and came to you?
Yes.
Go ahead.
From there, we continued to exchange words, and before I knew it, she had jumped on me and slammed my head up against the car. It was a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I did $400 worth of damage to the car with my head that she bounced off of it. From there, she continued to jump on me and beat on me. She had scraped my face with her nails, pulled my contact out of my eye, and every time I tried to get up and get away, she continued to jump back on top of me. I had a bruise on my left inner leg from continuing to fall. Numerous times I had asked her to get off of me, that I wasn't going to fight her. I tried pushing her away, and when I pushed her away, she then bit me on my hand. And I have pictures if you want to see.
I sure do.
She had bit me on my left hand in between my thumb and my pointer finger. The pictures are really hard to see. I have scars on it from where she bit me. From there, finally somebody came outside and pulled her off me long enough for me to go inside and call 911 and have the paramedics come.
Okay, now you hit somebody's Grand Cherokee, and reading between the lines in your complaint, I gathered that somebody was forced to pay for the damage on the Grand Cherokee. Who was
Yes.
that?
I had to pay $255.19. She was supposed to pay $220.19.
And you want her to pay not only the $255.19 that you paid for the truck, but also for your injuries
Yes.
that you sustained as a result of what you claim was the assault. Okay, did you finish your story?
I have all the medical reports, if you
Okay.
would like those.
No, I don't need them yet, but I may, so keep them handy. All right, Ms. Collazo, let's hear your version of the events.
Okay, everything's true up until the part to where we came over to talk to her. Also, she had talked to me earlier. She said she had no conversation with me at the bar at the bowling alley because earlier that day I had asked her and Mike, were they a couple, in conversation at the bar before we went to the bowling alley. And at the bowling alley, we did talk. I mean, you can't really bowl.
I don't care
Okay,
what you
I'm just letting you know that we
Good.
did speak. At the bar, yes, I was talking to Kristen. We were talking about the fact that Mike had told her that her girlfriend was there. And I said, what are you talking about? He doesn't have a girlfriend. She said, well, that's her right there. And I said, no, that's not her it's not his girlfriend. I said, they're making a fool of you, And she's just like, I don't understand all that crying stuff. I was like, well, if you want to, I said, we can go over there and ask her right now, and you can stop sitting here being the, the red thumb here. And go on with your business. So we go over to the side of her, and I tapped her. She was turned around. Mike was in between us, and I tapped her on her shoulder, and I asked her the question, and she said no. And she looked at me with this face, and she's just like, well, why do you care? Why do you care? And she started getting loud in the bar. Mike was standing in between us, and he did not ask me to leave. He said, Marlena, I know you're better than this. And I said, I know I am. And I turned around, and I proceeded to leave the bar. I turned around, and she was right there, coming at me, asking me, who do I think I am, and why do I care, and why is this important to me? And she grabbed at me. So what was I supposed to do? Of course I grabbed her and started, I beat her up, but I mean, she had me, you know. And we hit the car, we hit the ground, we rolled around for a little while, and she got someone's cell phone because she was on the phone outside making phone calls, calling me a this, a that, I'm going to jail just because I'm a stupid N-word and this, that, the next and the other. And I'm like, whatever, I'll wait here for the police. The police came. He said, are you the person who called the police?
Can I see the police report, please?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Stephanie Wishner says she was assaulted by Marlena Collazo during an argument at a bar. Stephanie claims Marlena rammed her head into the side of a truck.
So you left before the police arrived, is that right?
No, I left after the police got there. He pulled up right in front of the bar. I was still out front. He looked at me and he said, are you the one who called the police? I said, no. I said, I'm just trying to get my things and leave. He said, okay. And he went inside to talk to her.
Well, according to the police, you left before his arrival. Why didn't you hang around and speak to the police officer?
I was right there when he pulled up, and he asked me, he said, are you the one who called the police?
No, I'm not the one that called the police, but I know about this incident. You knew why the police were there, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you stay around and give your version of the events?
I didn't feel it was necessary.
No? Take any prescription medication?
Do I take prescription medication?
Do you take any prescription medication?
No.
There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse for this kind of an assault. This wasn't a single assault. This was clear. She beat you up. Okay? And she has to be responsible for that. But you also, it seems to me, have some responsibility. There's no question that two of you had been drinking that evening because you started out at the bar, then you went to the bowling alley where I'm sure you were drinking beer or whatever else they served there. Then you go back to the bar and you're drinking some more. So I'm sure that both of you were feeling a little bit loose. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes, we were drinking.
Okay. That doesn't give you this. You understand that?
Yeah.
And you got involved with something that had absolutely nothing to do with you. You're talking to Christina. Christina wants to know if this boy is actually dating this girl. What does that have to do with you? And what do you have to start trouble for? You tell this girl that they're making a fool out of her? I mean, is that what a mature person does?
Well, they were.
What does that have to do with you? So, you had to pay for the truck? That's part of the cost of being stupid and going out and following her outside. As far as your medical bills are concerned, now I want to see your medical bills and the reports.
This is the hospital report. This is the medical.
You didn't see the doctor, I assume, Ms. Collazo, because you went home before you even
There's
spoke to the
the
police.
bill.
Is that right?
That's it?
Yes.
I went home and I went to bed.
Went home and went to bed. Did you go to work the next day?
Yes, I did.
So I assume you weren't injured.
Not to the point where I felt I needed medical attention.
Well, tell me how you were injured at any point.
Okay, I had scratches all over my
Did you have
neck.
any photographs of that?
Did I know I was going to court? No.
Did you? If you had hung around Ms. Collazo and spoken to the police, maybe you would have known. Nothing more unseemly than women who drink. Medical bills total $1,160.
Can I speak right now? We had a criminal case. She already tried to get me for harassment, but the judge in Pittsburgh dropped the charges.
Well, I'm not dropping the charges. As far as I'm concerned, madam, you owe $1,160. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Parties are excused. They step out.
I'm tired of seeing her in court. This is my third time, and hopefully I'll have to see her ever again.
I really think she was out looking to just start something. And I was the lucky person.
The couple accused the Sanchez's son, 15-year-old Mario Obregon, of throwing a rock at their car window and breaking it.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 49 on the calendar in the matter of Perez versus Sanchez. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor, and may be seated.
Mr. and Mrs. Perez, it is your claim that the defendant's son broke a car window with a rock.
That is correct.
When did this happen?
This happened on December 17th, 2000.
Are you neighbors?
We live across the street from each other, yes.
And where was your car parked?
My car was parked right in front of my house by the parking lot of the Ramada where we live.
Just
That is correct. Sorry. Sorry. It was parked in the common area,
Is it on the street or in a parking lot?
in a parking lot.
Okay. Do you have a photograph so I can see where your car was parked?
I live right across from the parking lot.
In one of these houses?
No, I'm facing this way.
On the other side, I can't
Exactly.
see your house, is that right?
Right.
All right. And who lives in these houses?
They live on the left side where the beige with the brown trimming is at.
In the carport.
Is this your house? Can you see?
We're on the other side of the Ramada.
You're on this
Correct,
side?
right there.
You're here. Okay. You weren't there when this happened.
We were home.
But
we were
you
inside
did
the
not
house.
see what happened?
Exactly, we did not see.
Okay. Who saw what happened?
The two witnesses here, Carlitos and Antonio,
Are they neighbors of yours?
they live around the neighborhood, yes.
Okay. Let's start with the older young man first. Come up here. Tell me your name.
Antonio Vasquez?
Antonio, your neighbor?
Yeah, yes,
Are you nervous?
yeah, kind of.
Okay. But you're going to tell me the truth, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What can I do to you if you don't tell me the truth? You don't know? Nothing good. You got me? Okay. Tell me what you saw with regard to this rock throwing incident.
Well, what I saw is that Mario threw a big rock.
Who's Mario?
The one that's sitting down right there. He threw a rock to the Ramada in front of my house, hit the roof. That's where it bounced and almost hit my friend Carlitos in the head, and he ducked and hit the car window.
Was anybody else throwing rocks?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I thought. Who else was throwing rocks? Look at me.
Two friends of mine and my friend here.
So you were all throwing rocks.
Yes, ma'am.
Who were you throwing rocks at?
I was throwing rocks to Mario.
So you were throwing rocks at Mario, and Mario was throwing rocks at you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your brother?
No, he's my friend.
What's his name?
Carlitos.
Carlitos. Carlitos was also throwing rocks at Mario?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have any other friends with you that were throwing rocks at Mario?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was your other friend?
My other friend was Gilbert and Alex.
Gilbert and Alex. And who are they?
They're two friends that live by the neighborhood.
How old are they?
One is 7 years old and the other one's 6.
So there were 4 of you throwing rocks at Mario.
Yes, ma'am.
What was Mario doing when you were throwing rocks at him?
Mario was cleaning his front yard.
So why did you decide to throw rocks at him?
Well, first,
Now I want you to tell me the truth. So far you're doing really well. Okay? So far you're doing really well. This is not a terrible thing. Not a smart idea to throw rocks because somebody could have gotten hurt. Right? But we're not talking about capital murder here. We're talking about kids playing. So I want you to be sure to tell me the truth. You and 3 of your little friends started to throw rocks at Mario.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes.
So you started it.
No,
Who started to throw rocks at Mario?
Gilbert.
Gilbert. Any particular reason Gilbert started to throw rocks at Mario?
Well, he flicked it at Mario.
He flicked it. Well, there's not much of a difference between flicking and throwing. So first he flicked it. Did Mario say something like cut it out, stop it?
No, ma'am.
Didn't say anything. Who threw another rock at Mario?
Well, first, Gilbert flicked it at Mario, so Mario threw a whole bunch back at Gilbert, so his other friend Alex decided to help him.
Who's Alex?
His other friend of Gilbert.
But Mario was all alone, right?
Yeah.
And it was the 4 of you throwing rocks at him. How many times did you throw a rock at him?
I only threw once.
Only once.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you throw a rock at Mario?
I threw it because he threw a whole bunch at Alex because he was running towards us, and one just got out of the group and hit me on the arm and bruised me right here.
Well, you started it, you and your friends. All he was doing was taking care of his front lawn.
Yeah, but we weren't with Gilbert and Alex. They were just around the street. We were just playing on the Ramada,
But you came over and you started to help them.
No, I threw it one at him because he hit me. So I'm trying to defend myself.
Sit down. They're little kids. Mario,
Yes,
how old are you?
I'm 15.
So they're stupid little kids, right?
Yes,
So what'd you throw the rocks back for?
we're unaggressively playing.
You were playing.
Yes,
Mr. and Mrs. Perez, did you get all this information from these boys when you talked to them?
No, it wasn't that way. You know, they came to our house. They told us we were playing at the Ramada. Gilbert and Alex were playing by their street. He was cleaning the yard. Gilbert had thrown a rock towards him. He threw a rock towards the other two little kids. Then Mario continued throwing rocks.
No, they were all throwing rocks at each
Exactly.
other.
And then-
Mr. and Mrs. Perez, they were all throwing rocks at each other.
Exactly. They were all throwing rocks, and then Mario had threw they're decorative rocks, a real small rock, threw a whole bunch of them, hit Antonio on the arm. And then they threw back.
What makes you think if they started it, these four little boys, he's out there minding his own business, doing his work in this front lawn, four little kids come over and they start to throw rocks. First one, then another, then he takes small pebbles, big little ones, and tosses them back, and then they started doing it. Why would you think that he's only responsible for this instead of all these boys?
According to the witness, they was playing by themselves, this two kid, and the other kid was playing by themselves.
No. It's not how it happened. No. It's not how it happened.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Renee and Leticia Perez say 15-year-old Mario Obregon broke their car window with a rock.
Listen to me. They started it. And what I'm asking you is, why do you think that only one boy is responsible, even though he's older and should have known better?
He threw the rock that hit the remote of the roof, striking my window to my car.
Okay,
with
fine.
this
Now
rock.
I understand. Because he threw the rock that you believe
And
ultimately
we
hit
went
the
and
car.
talked to him. We went to his house. We talked to him. We asked him, did you break the window of my car? He says, I might have.
He might have.
Okay. And then I'll pay for it, but just don't tell
Mrs. Perez, you ain't getting it. I believe that 5 kids are responsible for breaking your window, not just one. They shouldn't have been throwing rocks at each other, right?
yes, ma'am.
And you might have, one of the rocks that you threw might have broken their window, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But he's not solely responsible. Let me see the estimate on the damage to your car. What kind of car was it?
It's a 1991 Geostorm.
Your Honor, I also got something that states a price on that same window.
Let me take a look. Windshield repair. Okay.
And it had tags and registration at the time. Tags are expired. They expired on February of this month.
Listen to me, sir. This is not an estimate.
I understand that.
This is a card.
Correct. And the reason I gave that is because the young lady I spoke to on the 21st said that we can call her. And
I'm not
verify.
calling her. All she has to do is give you an estimate, like
Okay.
this.
Thank you. Okay.
It's like this, an estimate. And it costs about $1,000 to fix it, right?
The windshield, yes.
There were 5 boys involved, correct?
That's correct.
That means he's responsible for $200. You got to get the rest from the other boys. You understand? 5 children involved in throwing rocks. Not just one. He didn't even start it. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $200. That's all.
Parties are excused and they step out.
He is much older. He had no business throwing rocks back at them.
Mario threw a lot of rocks and hit him in the arm and bruised him.
I agree that I shouldn't have been throwing rocks,
He was throwing rocks towards my car.
but I did not break the window.
I've learned when everybody starts throwing rocks, I just walk away.
School classmate Sonny Hansen and her fiancé Jason Shirey. Colette says Sonny assaulted her outside a bar. Sonny and Jason have a countersuit, claiming the Hoyts started the fight.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 108 on the calendar in the matter of Hoyt versus Hansen Shirey. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
The four of you know each other from high school, I assume, according to what I've read in your complaint, have known each other and disliked each other since high school.
Me and Sonny have known each other.
The two girls?
Yes.
According to your complaint, you were all out at the bar, out in the parking lot. Each of you claimed that the other assaulted you, right?
Correct.
Okay. What day did this happen?
About 1 o'clock in the morning on the 21st of April.
And was the defendant there already when you arrived?
Yes.
Did you have any words with the defendant that day?
She said hi to me at the bar and asked me how I was, and I said I'm fine. And he got a drink, and we went back and played pool.
What happened next?
Well, we were only there for a little while playing pool. Then we walked outside, me and Chris and my friend Melanie, and I was unlocking the car door, and this girl over here walked up to me and asked me, "Do you have a problem with my girlfriend Sunny?" Because we'd had an argument a couple months before. I said, "No, I don't have a problem." And Sunny came up from around behind me and slugged me in the back of the head.
That's
not true.
So.
I didn't ask you anything yet. Go ahead.
Then her friend came over, and another gal, I don't know who she was, and they were hitting me and punching me, so I started to fight back, and I had the keys in my hand, and they were pulling my hair and pushing me, and I started...
Who's they?
Sunny and her two girlfriends. And
Just tell a lie.
Now sit down. Sit in a chair. Now maybe you understand. Go ahead.
And as I was hitting her, Jason came over from behind. I felt 3 hard blows in the back of my head, and I turned around and he socked me in the eye. And then they took off. I have pictures of my injuries too.
I will look at the pictures. Did you call the police?
Yes, I did.
You have the police report?
Yes. Here's the pictures of my eye, and then some of her friends were grabbing him and trying to pull him away from helping me.
When she first got attacked, I grabbed her, I turned her this way, and I pulled her down and covered her head. And a couple of girls were trying to pull me off of her. And I don't know if I'm not sure if it was Jason, but he had like three of his male friends there, and they're trying to pull us off. And I got hit in the head probably 8 times, and I got some scratches on my neck.
Here's the police report too.
Who do you claim hit you in the face, giving you the black eye?
Jason.
I never
Jason.
touched her.
Yes.
Part of don't speak, don't you understand?
Sorry.
My friend Melanie saw him hit me in the head too, several times.
Other than a scratch on the back of your head, did you have any injuries, Mr. Hoyt?
No, I had a lot of knots on the back of my head.
Step up. I have a few questions. You were with them that evening?
Yes, I was.
So this young lady comes up and said, "Do you have a problem with my friend?"
Mm-hmm.
Describe exactly what you saw after that.
They were arguing back and forth. I don't remember what the words that they were saying, but I just remember it started getting heated, and I saw people punching her in the back of the head. I went to go and try to stop the fight or something, and they had somebody stand in front of me saying, "Just let him fight," and she was like standing in front of me like this.
Nobody that's here today?
No.
All right, Sonny, tell me your version of the events.
Well, it actually all started in high school. I was your classic nerd, I guess. I was involved
Okay, so
in
you were the
debate.
nerd, they were the popular one. I got that. So
Yeah.
you didn't like her, she didn't like you.
And
Whatever.
I hadn't seen her since high school until the night of March 31st, that I can recall anyway. We were up at the same bar. I was playing pool against her husband, and I was about to shoot in the 8-ball and win the game, and she was sitting behind me and hauled off and kicked me in the leg. And I actually have an affidavit if you'd like to see it from my friend that was
so that
there.
was a month before.
Yes.
You also say in your answer that she made some sort of a derogatory remark about your engagement ring.
Yeah, after she kicked me, I turned around and asked her, what was going on, and she said nothing. So I turned around, walked away, went and sat down. I was getting up to get another drink, and I walked by, and Chris, her husband, held up his ring and started saying, "Oh, look at the size of the diamond in this ring," and started making fun of my engagement ring, saying that the diamond in my ring was really
Never
small.
lie. Never lie, especially if it's not really important but just sets a tone. Was your fiance there at the time?
Yes, it was.
Shh, just a second. Your fiance was there at the time when you say that her husband was making not nice remarks about the size of your engagement ring.
Yes.
I assume he was really angry.
Jason?
Yes, Jason. I would get really angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
angry.
angry.
Let's all tell the truth here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got very angry.
Okay, so that's a month before. Now we turn to April 21st at 1 o'clock in the morning.
We were having drinks. I saw Colette walk in. We happened to be up at the bar at the same time getting a drink. I did say hi, asked her how she was, sat back down. I thought maybe, our problems were over with and we could just have a nice evening at the bar, but evidently not. So closing time came. We went to leave the bar, but Shay actually walked out of the bar first. So if she could tell her story.
Why don't you come up and tell me your side of the story? Your last name is?
Burton.
Now, Miss Burton, you walked out first.
Yes.
And you walked up to where the plaintiff was getting into her car.
Yes.
What did you say to her?
I asked her why she was harassing my friend.
Now, that night, I haven't heard anything about harassment. She said hello. She said hello. Case closed.
My girlfriend Sarah and I were walking out of the bathroom, and she stepped in front of me, and then I looked at her like, why? And then she stepped back and she made some remark under her breath. Well, then I watched her and she was watching us and pointing at us, going around the bar. I was just like, why does she have a problem? So I went up to ask her, why we were so important.
Why didn't you go up to ask her in the bar where there were other people? Why?
We were leaving when I decided to ask her.
Why?
It was time to go.
And then what happened?
Before I could ask her or get a response, she swung at me twice, and I defended myself.
Do you love coffee? Let's practice English with a fun morning coffee conversation. Listen carefully, repeat after us, and improve your English in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. Good morning. Did you sleep well last night?
Good morning. Yes, I slept very well. I went to bed early, so I woke up feeling fresh, happy, and ready to enjoy my morning coffee.
What is the first thing you do after you wake up?
I open the window, take a deep breath, drink a glass of water, and then I make a hot cup of coffee. It helps me start my day with a smile.
Why do you enjoy coffee every morning?
Coffee gives me energy and helps me wake up. I also love the warm smell because it makes my morning feel calm and peaceful.
Do you like your coffee with milk or without milk?
I usually drink coffee with a little milk and a small amount of sugar. The taste is smooth, sweet, and perfect for me.
What do you usually think about while drinking coffee?
I think about my plans for the day. I also enjoy the quiet morning because it helps me feel relaxed before I start working.
Do you prefer hot coffee or iced coffee?
I usually prefer hot coffee because it keeps me warm and relaxed in the morning. On very hot summer days, I enjoy a refreshing iced coffee instead.
Where is your favorite place to drink coffee? Where is your favorite place to drink coffee?
My favorite place is near the window at home. I like watching the sunrise, listening to the birds, and enjoying the peaceful start of a new day.
How long does it take you to finish your morning coffee?
It usually takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. I like to drink it slowly while reading the news or planning my day.
Do you like trying new coffee flavors?
Yes, I do. Sometimes I try vanilla, caramel, or hazelnut coffee. It is fun to enjoy different flavors and discover a new favorite.
Do you make your own coffee every morning?
Yes, I usually make my own coffee at home. I enjoy the simple process because it helps me relax and gives me a peaceful start to the day.
Do you like your coffee strong or mild?
I prefer my coffee mild because it has a smooth and balanced taste. It gives me enough energy without being too strong.
What is your favorite coffee mug?
My favorite mug is a large white one with a funny message on it. Every time I use it, it makes me smile before I even take the first sip.
Do you listen to music while drinking coffee?
Yes, I often listen to soft music in the morning. It creates a calm atmosphere and helps me feel positive and relaxed.
Do you check your phone while having coffee?
Sometimes I do. I check my messages, the weather, and my daily schedule, but I try not to spend too much time looking at my phone.
What do you usually do after finishing your coffee?
After I finish my coffee, I clean my cup, get dressed, and start working or studying. I feel ready to begin a productive day.
Do you enjoy coffee alone or with other people?
I enjoy both. Drinking coffee alone gives me quiet time, and sharing coffee with friends or family makes the morning more enjoyable.
Have you ever spilled your coffee?
Yes, I have. It was a little embarrassing, but I laughed, cleaned it up, and made another cup. It became a funny memory.
What smell do you love in the morning?
I love the smell of fresh coffee. It fills the room with a warm and comforting feeling that always makes me smile.
Can you imagine a morning without coffee?
Yes, I can. But it would feel a little different. Coffee is part of my morning routine, and it helps me feel awake, comfortable, and ready for the day.
What do you like to eat with your morning coffee?
I like to eat toast, a croissant, or a banana with my coffee. It is a light and healthy breakfast that gives me energy.
Does coffee help you focus?
Yes, it does. A warm cup of coffee helps me feel more awake, think clearly, and stay focused on my work. Do you ever drink coffee at a cafe? Yes, sometimes I visit a cafe on weekends. I enjoy the relaxing atmosphere, the fresh coffee, and watching people while I sit and read.
Who do you enjoy drinking coffee with?
I enjoy drinking coffee with my friends or family. We talk, laugh, and spend quality time together.
What makes your morning perfect?
A perfect morning starts with a hot cup of coffee, fresh air, soft music, and a positive attitude. It gives me a happy and peaceful beginning to the day.
What time do you usually drink your first cup of coffee? What time do you usually drink your first cup of coffee?
I usually drink my first cup of coffee around 7 a.m. It helps me wake up and get ready for the day.
Do you drink more than one cup of coffee a day?
Sometimes I do. I usually drink 1 cup in the morning, but on busy days, I may have a second cup in the afternoon.
What is your favorite season for drinking coffee?
My favorite season is winter, because a hot cup of coffee keeps me warm and cozy on cold mornings.
Do you like the sound of coffee brewing?
Yes, I do. The sound of coffee brewing is relaxing and reminds me that a fresh cup is almost ready.
What happens if you don't drink coffee in the morning?
I feel a little sleepy and slow. My brain seems to wake up much later, and I keep thinking about my next cup of coffee.
Have you ever made bad coffee?
Yes, I have. One time I added too much coffee and forgot the sugar. It tasted so strong that I made a funny face after the first sip.
Do you talk to your coffee?
Not really. But sometimes I smile and say, "Good morning, my best friend." It always makes me laugh.
What is the funniest thing that has happened while?
One morning I was so sleepy that I almost poured coffee into my cereal instead of my cup. Luckily, I noticed just in time.
If your coffee could talk, what would it say?
It would probably say, "Good morning. Drink me before you start talking to the toaster."
Great job! You finished today's morning coffee conversation. I hope you learned some new English words and useful daily expressions. Keep practicing every day because small steps lead to big results. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more easy English conversations. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye!